What if I told you a dying man in 1920 wrote equations in a notebook in India? Equations that today describe quantum theory, black holes, and even the hidden dimensions of the universe. That man was Srinivasa Ramanujan, the man who knew infinity. In 1976, a mathematician named George Andrews opened a dusty box in the archives of Trinity College, Cambridge. Inside, he found a forgotten treasure, the legendary lost notebook of Srinivasa Ramanujan. For mathematics, this was like discovering Beethoven's missing 10th symphony. Among those fragile pages were the mysterious Mach theta functions, equations Ramanujan scribbled down in the final year of his life. Ramanujan had glimpsed mathematical patterns that would later turn out to describe the quantum universe long before physicists even knew such a universe existed. Decades later, in 2002, mathematician Sanders Vegas showed Ramanujan's strange formulas are now foundational to string theory, black hole physics, and quantum field theory. Mathematics isn't just some numbers on a page, it is a model of reality, a way to explore the universe even without moving an inch. And if the math is right, it holds a magic, a power to discover the hidden truth about the world long before we discover them. For Ramanujan, mathematics wasn't something he invented, it was already out there. For him, he believed that he just have to reach out to the infinite and bring out what is hidden. His equations weren't mere formulas, they were the conversation with the cosmos, trying to unearth the hidden patterns and understanding the silent blueprint of the universe. He stepped into the realm beyond imagination. Otherwise, how could you explain in 1920 a man could glimpse into the ideas that power the quantum mechanics and string theory today? Ramanujan belonged to the category of genius like Euler, Jacobi, and Riemann, who can jump into the abyss of the unknown, be bold enough to go beyond process and proof. His mind was able to understand the hidden patterns. He was able to connect the different parts of mathematics. Ramanujan's brain was wired in such a way that he would be able to understand the relationships, symmetries, and understand the complex information and synthesize into simpler ones. And in fact, he was able to understand the hidden structures of mathematics. But to understand Ramanujan, you need to know this. There are two types of mathematics: pure maths and applied maths. Now, applied maths is something which you use to build bridges, launch rockets, or understand computers. It is maths for application, for real life purpose. Pure math, the math of beauty, patterns, infinite series, prime numbers, the poetry of numbers. Here's a glimpse into Ramanujan's extraordinary mind. In his notebook, you find something shocking. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 till infinity gives you minus 1 by 12. Wait, what? Every instinct says this is absurd. Add positive numbers forever and somehow you get a negative fraction. Here's the thing, Ramanujan wasn't joking. This strange formula actually shows up in physics, in string theory, and quantum field theory. This very idea helps explain the energy of the vacuum and even mathematics behind black hole. Ramanujan lived in the world of pure math. He thought like a poet, he created with intuition, and his notebook captured the working of the universe. And yet, his work still powers modern science from physics to cryptography. In 1912, a single letter traveled across oceans and changed the fate of mathematics forever. Hardy read the contents of the letter and understood that the writer is not an ordinary man but a genius. That letter brought Srinivas Ramanujan from Madras to Cambridge. Now, the relationship between Ramanujan and Hardy in fact shows us that mathematics knows no boundary, no race, no religion. In fact, they were united by their common love for mathematics. Now imagine Hardy being the cold rationalist, atheist. Proof was his religion. and Ramanujan, a mystic, a poet, who said the formulas came to him in his visions. Now imagine still they collaborated together because of their love for mathematics. Together they didn't just write equations, they changed mathematics forever. Hardy gave Ramanujan a stage and Ramanujan gave Hardy a new set of eyes. Srinivas Ramanujan made several contributions in mathematical field, including mathematical analysis, number theory, continued fraction, and game theory. Ramanujan provided solution to mathematical problems that were considered unsolvable. In fact, his work was so ahead of time that mathematicians are still trying to understand its relevance. Remember in my previous video, we saw Madhava of Sangamgrama, who was the first mathematician to use an infinite series to calculate the value of pi. The value of pi discovered by him was later termed as Madhava-Leibniz series. Madhava in 14th century and Leibniz in 17th century discovered the value of pi, which took many terms to calculate. Ramanujan went many steps further and he included continued fraction along with geometry to find out this formula of pi. At first glance, the formula looks complicated, but here's the miracle. This series converges extremely fast. With only a few terms, you can compute pi to millions of digits. That's why Ramanujan's series still forms the backbone of modern algorithms that calculate pi with billions of digits. Ramanujan's most mysterious achievement is the partition method, and it shows how his visual spatial intelligence mind works. A partition is the number of ways in which you can break down a number into smaller parts. For example, let's take the number 4. So you can write 4 as 4, 3 plus 1, 2 plus 2, 2 plus 1 plus 1, or 1 plus 1 plus 1. So you see 4 can be expressed in 5 ways. For smaller numbers, counting partition is easy. But what about larger numbers like 100 or 1000? Ramanujan along with Hardy came up with a formula to calculate partition of larger numbers. So if you see, P10 is 42, but P100 is huge and P1000 becomes much larger. Now that explosive growth is captured by the exponential function. This formula gives you the approximate and not the exact value. Can you believe Ramanujan went further with Hardy using the circle method in complex analysis with a formula involving complex number, modular form, and infinite series. When Stephen Hawking studied black hole radiation, he found the entropy follows Ramanujan's partition method. In 1600, a French mathematician named Pierre Fermat wrote in his notebook that I have discovered a beautiful proof, but there is very little space in the margin to actually prove it. And this went on to become one of the largest unsolved work of Fermat, which is popularly known as Fermat's last theorem. For any whole number n greater than 2, there are no positive whole numbers x, y, and z, such that x to the power n plus y to the power n is equal to z to the power n. Fermat left a riddle that haunted mathematicians for 350 years. Ramanujan, without ever trying to formally prove it, had already sketched its outline in his notebook, reminding us that genius doesn't always solve the puzzle. Sometimes it simply sees deeper into the mystery. Ramanujan wrote down families of numbers that came astonishingly close to breaking it. Fermat's last theorem would finally be proven true centuries later in 1994 by Andrew Wiles using extremely advanced modern mathematics. 1729, if you remember, is already known as Hardy-Ramanujan number, which is the smallest number that can be expressed as sum of two different cubes. Physicists found that Ramanujan's mathematics of elliptic functions and modular forms gave them the mathematical blueprint to describe the hidden dimensions. In fact, K3 surfaces are the shapes that string theory needs to explain how these extra dimensions are packed. To us, the universe looks like a flat sheet of paper. 3 dimensions we can see. But Ramanujan's mathematics hinted at the hidden poles and textures, the K3 surfaces. The surprising connection between K3 surfaces, string theory, and Ramanujan's mathematics highlight the deep and unexpected relationship between different areas of mathematics and physics. In 1967, Robert Langlands took the largest research project in mathematics connecting algebra, geometry, and number theory, now described as the Grand Unified Theory of Mathematics. In 1916, Ramanujan got interested in a particular function, now known as Ramanujan discriminant function. It was called modular form at that time. It multiplies infinitely many terms together given by fx is equal to x into 1 minus x raised to 24, 1 minus x square raised to 24 till infinity. Ramanujan was the first to connect number theory with harmonic analysis. He did this by studying this function from a different angle. What would happen if you multiplied the terms in this function and collected the coefficient? He noticed that the coefficient had a special kind of predictive power. For example, the second term and the third term, which are both primes, if you multiply, you will get the coefficient of the sixth term. It is now called as Ramanujan conjecture, which is one of his most profound legacies stated in his paper on certain arithmetical function. G.H. Hardy said it best. He combined a power of generalization, a feeling for form that were often really startling, whose mastery of continued fraction was beyond that of any mathematician in the world. J. Littlewood, who collaborated with Hardy and Ramanujan, added, to Ramanujan, every number was a personal friend. Neville, who met him in India to persuade to go to Cambridge, described him as perfect in manners, simple in character, resigned in trouble, unspoiled by renown, grateful to a fault, and devoted beyond measure to his friends. But beneath this humility lay a stubborn, self-confident streak, an inner strength that led Ramanujan to work alone and unrecognized for years, sustained only by his sheer delight in mathematics. Just like Euler and Jacobi, Ramanujan possessed an uncanny ability, the way he could manipulate formulas and create mathematics that was both elegant and unexpected. Ramanujan's originality was invincible. He could sense hidden connections, he could generalize instantly, and modify multiple ideas at breathtaking speed. Imagine he was living at a time where people hardly understood the level of his genius, how lonely the life could be. Truly, Ramanujan was without a rival. Ramanujan's work connected modern physics, computer science, and cryptography. His work on K3 surfaces plays a major role in string theory. His work on number theory and modular forms forms a crucial part in the Lagrange program, which is the single largest research project in modern mathematics. Imagine it took us 40 years to understand his conjectures, which looks pretty strange. Or, in fact, we can say we took 100 years to understand the equations and formulas of Ramanujan. Truly, his mind worked like a supercomputer running on pattern recognition algorithm. But instead of using silicon chips, he used pure mathematical intuition. In fact, in 2019, the Technion Institute in Israel worked on a machine which they termed as Ramanujan AI machine. So this is a AI which was designed to think about mathematical formulas just like the way Ramanujan did. Ramanujan's story plays out like the life of a superhero born into struggle, armed with nothing but a pen. Yet he managed to change mathematics forever. He was a simple, shy man, but his mind wielded power beyond imagination. He struggled in a world where it was even tough to get a paper, and a world which would hardly grasp his genius. His equations still guide us a century later. Truly, he was a divine mathematician. Even though his life was tragically short, his legacy is infinite. If you want to know more about the early life of Ramanujan, how his mother and his temple town Kumbakonam played a role in his life, you can watch the video on the screen. If you have more insights on Ramanujan, please share in the comments below. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care.